Let's now go back to one of our top stories for today, where we saw those parents at Teresa Park staging a picket demanding answers from the Department of Education in Gauteng. And for more on this, we're now joined by Gauteng Education Spokesperson Steve Mabona, and he joins us via our video link. Steve, thank you so much for your time this evening here in SABC News. I mean, one would begin and ask and say, did it really have to take a picket or a protest by parents for them to get clarity on what is taking place at Teresa Park High School?
Good evening, Mbali, and to all our viewers. No, it didn't have to go that way. But because we had some delays in the project, that is the building the satellite school that we're going to be opening next week, Monday, that's where we were challenged because of communication probably did not filter through, because we had some delays. We were supposed to open actually today, which is Monday, and we couldn't because of delays that we experienced. But we did assure parents that on Monday, the school will be then ready. We will be in a position to, start with the process of teaching and learning at that school, meaning that all children will come to school.
And perhaps if you can give us clarity in terms of those delays. We heard you there in that insert, but what did these delays actually involve? I mean, they are saying that there was a contract given to contractors to construct the school, and some are even citing that maybe these contractors did not finish the work as they were supposed to.
No, they are confusing issues, because you remember we have what we call a self-build project, where we give schools money to build extra classes. So this is different from that. Initially, we did not even have a plan to build a brick and mortar school. Our initial plan was to build a satellite, because we knew that it will, be quicker for us to do that, and make sure that while we plan in the near future for a brick and mortar, we will be having a satellite that will be relieving, pressure from the temporary setup that we have already set there, because learners were rotating, coming on different days, and not all of them could manage to, fit in that temporary, process. So we never had any plan to build a brick and mortar. So, some parents, were confusing, issues, but we did clarify to them.
And Steve, you're saying that come Monday, all learners will be back at the school. I mean, looking at the situation and, parents complaining about these rotational classes, does this mean that there will be no more rotational classes for the pupils?
There will be no more rotation. They are moving into the new satellite, which will accommodate all of them. So there won't be any need of rotation. What we've requested parents was to allow us to implement our catch-up program, meaning that they would not have weekends, and that the oncoming recess, we pleaded with parents that they need to give us an opportunity to have our learners during recess and continue to teach them, because they would have lost much on the curriculum. So we want to catch up, and we did plead with parents that if they can give us an opportunity, give us the learners, we will continue the catch-up program. So the new school, water has been connected, toilets will be flashing, so we'll continue on Monday with the process of teaching and learning.
And one would also ask, I mean, it seems as if parents are also not trusting that, on Monday, teaching and learning will resume for all of the children at the school. And, they are saying that a lot of time has been lost. Can you assure these parents that indeed teaching and learning will be going ahead on Monday?
Yes, indeed. We did assure the parents that were there today, and we just want to assure those that might be watching the show to to say, yes, indeed, on Monday, we will be continuing with the process of teaching and learning. It's a new school. We might have some, snack list, which we will then have to, deal with while learners are in the space. We did indicate that if there are minor things that we need to fix, we'll fix while learners are, on site. But on Monday, we are starting with the process of teaching and learning at that school, and all learners will be expected to come to school. Some parents were raising an issue of school fees and uniform, and we said this is an opportunity for them to elect a new SGB, because we are in the SGB election period, which started on the 1st of March. So they have an opportunity to elect people that will represent them. They can't rely on a task team or a consent parent task team. They will then have an SGB that will be advocating for the rights of their children and theirs.
And when it comes to the challenges surrounding this new school, this Teresa Park High School, what would you say has been the major challenges for you as a department to ensure that it is a well-equipped school that can actually have and hold teaching and learning?
Now, you'll remember the Pretoria North area is a high-pressure area for us as a department. Hence, we decided to build the satellite school. You will know that we are struggling in the area to place children. So we decided that if we have a new satellite school in the form of a secondary and a primary, which we are still finalizing the primary as well, we will then alleviate a lot of pressure, for ourselves and for parents. So that's why we introduced the school. So it's going to be operational, and we will then plan, for long term, for a brick and mortar school. But these mobile units that we have, the only thing that you realize that it's a mobile, it's when you're outside. But when you're in that classroom, it's a classroom that can be fitted even with a smart board, electrified. So it's a class that it can be utilized for the purpose of teaching and learning.
Steve, thank you so much for your time this evening. That is Steve Mabona. He is the spokesperson for the Gauteng Education Department. Just giving us clarity there in terms of the Teresa Park High School in Pretoria North, saying that come Monday, it is an end to rotational learning for the pupils in that school, and all school pupils will be accommodated.